Welcome, everybody. This is Jimmy from the KJ Podcast, and you're listening to the end of the week. Before we get started today, may everyone silence their phones, but not the device that you are currently listening to this podcast on. So if you're listening to this on your phone, you're shit out of luck, and I'm going to have to ask you to leave. I dare you to keep listening, though. I know you won't because you're because how much of a pussy you are. Oh God. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Recording?
No, I'm not recording.
Damn it.
No, I'm not recording. I'm not recording.
No, I wanted to barge in while you're recording.
Oh.
Yeah, I just figured it'd be funny.
No. Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, cool. Alright, well,
Just call
I'll be
again in
back in
like
like
10 minutes. Yeah.
5, 10 minutes? Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. All right, Bamo.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right, see you later, man. Um, excuse the interruption. That was Bamo himself. He called me just so he can interrupt the podcast, and he'll be calling me back in 10 minutes. So get ready for that. So let me get into the first question. While everyone is home, some people's main focus was either binge watching great amounts of Netflix or Hulu, or watching a new skill, or working on a new skill like masturbation for longer than 10 minutes. That's not a skill, that's just depression. That's sad. Or saying fuck you to your good habits and taking on some new bad ones. Alright, everyone's not in the shithole, Bamo. Alright, some people are actually doing a lot of good, alright? I know some people who've lost a lot of weight during this quarantine. Shut your mouth. So I got a couple of questions for the viewers, and yes, I'll answer them too. First off, what show in general have you been watching? Been watching? Okay. What new skill have you been able to work on? What are some habits you switch for bad ones? All right, let me start out with the first real question, which is, what show have I been looking at? I've mostly been watching JoJo's Bizarre Adventure over again. I really like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, especially Part 4. It is. I love Kira. Kira's power and just. Can I just talk about JoJo for a second and how alright, how wacky and cool the fights are? Unlike most anime, characters don't get power ups. I mean, yeah, there are power ups in JoJo, but you're usually stuck with the power you have. So, a good example of how that can be detrimental is Echoes versus Kira. Kira has the ability to make anything he touches into a bomb. Not only that, I'm pretty sure he's pretty fast and pretty strong. And he has a second bomb that's his right hand that can track down anything that has the hottest temperature in a certain area, which is extremely powerful. That's an extremely powerful stand. And then you have Echoes. I know Echoes is a powerful tool. I mean, powerful too, but it's not nearly as powerful as Kira's Killer Queen. And Echoes has the ability of Sound Maker, and I believe making stuff heavier. Echoes Axe Refreeze, or whatever it's called. Makes stuff heavier by almost 100 pounds, which, I mean, that's cool and all, but it wouldn't beat Kira. And he didn't. And that's one thing I love about JoJo fights. It's a battle of predictions. It's a prediction. You have to stick with a prediction of what your enemy's gonna do, and try getting them in a certain situation that benefits you. And it's crazy because it isn't like Dragon Ball where it's just because someone's stronger or they used a better technique. No, it's you have to outsmart your opponent. So yeah, that's a show I've been watching in recent. I've also been watching the Boondocks because the Boondocks is just funny and it's kind of fitting because of the riots. I love the Boondocks. But yeah, I'm mostly just rewatching old shows I've already watched before. I've also been getting into One Punch Man. One Punch Man is really good. Yeah, I really like that too. All right. What are some new skills you have been able to work on? Again, I haven't really been working on new skills. I've mostly just been honing my skills I already have, mostly drawing. I've been drawing a lot lately. I got a tablet for my birthday, which is April 6th, so I've been drawing ever since April 6th. I would say I'm getting pretty alright at it. I was thinking one day I might actually ask Bamo to edit video. So like you have me talking in the commentary, and you can actually look at the video of me drawing something. Doesn't have to be anything particular. It doesn't even have to be a finished drawing, but just me drawing something and having a blast in the background. Just as for the people who are actually looking at the video for some odd reason. Yeah, Bama mostly tells me people who look at the podcast and commentaries are just like have it on Spotify, listening to it while doing something else. So, and what are some bad habits that I've been picking up? I think everyone can contest to this. Even though I've been working out, I've still been gaining. I have been gaining a lot of weight. I don't know. I just really want gyms to open up because I truly believe it's because I'm not going to the gym anymore. I have been working out, but uh, it's my eating habits, man. When you're bored, you eat more. It doesn't matter how much you run, how much you work out, and do dips, do pull-ups, stuff like that. I mean, I am getting stronger, but I'm also still I'm getting fatter. I'm getting a lot fatter. Um, Gladly, once the gyms open up, I will probably lose a lot of this weight. But yeah, bad habits probably been eating because I'm bored. Real bored. I can't wait till this thing's over, dude. I can't wait till quarantine's over. Oh, it's gonna be pain. But yeah, I'm gonna have to fight through it and just try maintaining my weight. That's the best course of action I can do. Alright, second question. With sad news going across the whole entire country, not just from COVID-19 or tropical storms hitting the East Coast or earthquakes hitting the East Coast, West Coast, there's been tropical storms and earthquakes? Okay. What am I talking about? That's the worst than all of the likes of that is the wrongful murder of George Floyd. Oh, it's George. Before we go anywhere further with this topic, we will let you know that we will not hashtag George Floyd or anything that's related to him for the reason of when it comes to bad situations like that, we should not we oh god, can't read, sorry. We should not form we should not from the KJ podcast side we okay. I think what he meant to say was we should not take a side. So we're staying neutral. We're not going to answer the question if you think his murder was unjust or not. But I'm of course I'm going to say if it's unjust or not. I mean, I am. um, any lack of better words, clout from the situation. All right. Now into the facts and information that has acquired from the new situation, Instagram, social media, and other things like that. First off, the main cop who is kneeling on Mr. Floyd's neck is what caused the killing of the officer who did the unspeakable act. Is now in custody. So he's saying the police officer is now in custody. Sorry if you can't understand my second grade reading. I understand. I can't read. So that's why I'm repeating some of the stuff I say. Okay, a picture that it was not shown originally shows 4 different cops involved in the awful situation, which means there are warrants out for other 3 officers involved. Okay. When it comes to a sad situation like Mr. Floyd's death, was people around the world has felt the pain of this poor black man that died from a cop in general. The murder in George Floyd. Okay, before we go any further, okay, this is the same thing. I think he copy and pasted the same thing. Yeah. So, my take on the George Floyd situation. He did not deserve to die. Yeah, they should have got off his neck and they shouldn't have choked him. I'm not even gonna beat around the bush. That man didn't deserve to die. It's just plain and simple. I mean, he had a counterfeit $10 bill, so he's gonna die and get stomped on his neck. Yeah, the man didn't deserve to die. But one thing I do have to say is the riots are not warranted. I do not like the riots right now, mostly because it's taking it's taking the death of a person and turning it into a situation where looters can just steal shit. I bet half the looters don't even care about George Floyd. They're just doing it to get free shit. Yo, what's up? What was that? What was that?
Are you recording now?
No, but call me back in 10 minutes.
Are you serious?
Call me back in 10 minutes, Butch.
Dude, you literally just said that 10 minutes ago.
No, do it again. Do it again. Do it again.
Okay, okay,
No,
okay.
wait, not 10 minutes. Try 5.
5? Okay, I got you, I got you, I got you.
Yeah, try 5.
Alright, I got this, I got this.
Alright, alright. I gotta pan this out for 5 more minutes just so he can interrupt me again. Alright, guys, so let me get back into how I feel about the George Floyd situation. He didn't deserve to die. I don't like the riots because it gives opportunity for pilfer, what is it called? Looters who don't even care about George Floyd, just going around looting shit. Kind of defeats the purpose of a peaceful process. I can't speak. It defeats the purpose of the peaceful protest. No one's gonna remember George Floyd. They're just gonna remember fucking the massive, massive riots that came out of it. Yeah, for all the people who are peacefully protesting, I adore you. I like you. You're doing the right thing. But for the people who are rioting, burning down shit, you're not helping anything. In fact, you're causing more problems. And don't be like don't be the person who justifies themselves by saying, "Oh, they can rebuild that, but we can't rebuild George Floyd." Yeah, we fucking know that, but causing more problems like burning down shit won't help anything. It makes it worse. You're not helping anything by burning down more shit. You're causing more problems on top of George Floyd's death. I can't speak today. Oh my god. What is wrong with me? I cannot speak. Start speaking German. No, I'm playing around. Anyways, I think it's time to get into the last question, which is, oh, I think I lost it. Oh no. Oh no. No, never mind. I got it. It is a really sad situation that we are all living with because one of our police officers doing I can't read. Oh my god. Give me like 5 seconds to reread this quietly so I can read it properly to you. I don't know if it's me, which it probably is, or if it's Butch just typing, but yeah, I think it's just me. Hold on. It's a really sad situation that we are all living with because one of our. Alright, it's because Butch doesn't know how to use commas or periods, alright? It's a really sad situation that we are all living with because of one of our police officers doing what he should have not done. I can't read. Everything that is said in his podcast today, if says was not from Bamo. Now, Jimmy, please tell us what you think about. Okay, so, oh my God, whoo, all that's all right. Okay, I'm dumb. Hold on, give me a moment. I should have read the script before doing this. So, question 2 wasn't a question; it was just information about George Floyd's murder. And then question 3 was how I felt. So I already answered question 3. I already answered it. Oh my god. Alright, at this point we're just gonna wait for Butch to call me, which should be in 5 minutes, I believe. Um let's talk about something else, you know? Let's go back to JoJo. I wanna go back to JoJo. Let me tell you what makes JoJo JoJo. JoJo is one of the most bizarre, strange animes out there. Some of the and then that's why I love the series so much. It's so fucking wacky. It makes no sense. Like, all right, there's a character. There's a character named Gyro. Part I don't know what part. It's a Steel Ball Run series, and he one. Oh my god, I can't even speak. I'm tired. The name's Gyro, right? And he has his friend Jojo, of course. The main characters are all named Jojo. And Gyro literally has a song. He's Italian, by the way. Gyro literally has a song that's just pizza mozzarella, and it goes pizza mozzarella. Here's the words of the song: pizza mozzarella, pizza mozzarella, pizza mozzarella, pizza mozzarella, rella, rella, pizza mozzarella. And I want to know how no one's offended by that. Like, come on. The Italian character has a song called Pizza Mozzarella. That's not even the strangest part about this series. Like, there's characters that can reset the universe. Enrico Pucci, mostly I'm talking about. You have people who can harness the power of the sun using special breathing. You have wacky stands with weird powers. One of my favorites is Fun Fun Fun, which is a stand. It's a terrible stand in all senses, but if I had the stand, I would be the biggest manipulative piece of shit in the world. See, how it works is you have to be above someone and you have to injure them in order for it to work. And once it does work, you can take control of the body part that got injured. And what I'm thinking is, what I would do, right, is I would like slightly cut someone's hand, and then I would follow them back to their apartment or house, and then I would activate Fun 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 and fuck with them all day long and like control their hand in weird places. Another stand I would like to have, and another wacky one would have to be. I'm trying to think of a really wacky, dumb stand. Oh, Cheap Trick. Cheap Trick is one of the worst stands in the world, but it's so funny. Usually, stands have really crazy and bizarre powers and abilities, but Cheap Trick's main ability is talking, like talking to other people. And usually, other people can't see stands, but his main ability is just to talk to other people, and it's hilarious. Because Cheap Trick, alright, if Cheap Trick attaches to your back, if someone looks at your back, you die, right? That's how Cheap Trick works, and it's a stand you don't want to have. But it's just so funny because he pesters you, right? He makes you go insane. You have this little gremlin, this little demon on your back talking to you, saying, if anyone looks at your back, you're gonna die. And it keeps on taunting people and saying, hey, look at my back. Hey, look at my back. Hey, dumbass, look at my back. And it's just so funny. Um, and that's really why I like JoJo. It's just so bizarre. I mean, it's even in the name, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. And what's some other stands I would like to can talk about? I'm gonna have to go with King Crimson. That's a good one. That is a good one. It it is one of the most confusing stands in JoJo ever, right? It's extremely confusing. Hold on, I'm gonna take a swig of water. Ugh. I'm still waiting for Butch to call me. He's called me 3 times, and I've told him I'm not recording, but I'm actually am. Um, so let me get back to King Crimson. Hold on, I'm gonna text Bamo real quick to make sure he calls me. Hold on, hold on. Uh, call me. Alright, anyways, back to King Crimson. King Crimson, how he describes himself in the series is he deletes or erases time, which is extremely ambiguous and no one knows what that means. But seeing what he does, a good way of thinking about it is King Crimson uses his second ability, which is Epitaph, which allows him to see a few seconds in the future. He then selects the time he doesn't want to happen, and then he moves past it. So if you were going to shoot a gun at him, and he used Epitaph, I mean not Epitaph, he used King Crimson, the bullet would almost seem like it went through him. But that's not true, because halfway through the series, it kind of changes his power, which is weird, and that's why it's so confusing to understand King Crimson, because it changes. And I think that's mostly a Rocky forgot situation, but I don't know. I'm still waiting for Butch to call me. Is he gonna call me? Hold on. Alright, the only reason I was talking about JoJo for so long is because I wanted him to call me again. I was gonna. Come on. You know what? I'm gonna call him. Alright, so Butch can't talk right now, so I'm just gonna do the conclusion. If he calls me after this recording, I'm gonna be very upset, but I'm just gonna do the conclusion. Thank you for tuning in to the Jimmy commentary, end of the week commentary. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and of course, check out Bamo at his Instagram and his Snapchat. And I hope you guys stay hydrated and have a good day. Goodbye.